Hey guys, it's Vesper Starwolf here with another video. And this time I'm gonna talk about more so OMGCon in general. OMGCon was a tiny, very small, what I like to call everything convention in Paducah, Kentucky. When I say everything convention, I mean it was just like anime, video games, pop culture, just mushed into one. So, unfortunately, I think they had the last OMGCon ever, so they're never going to have another one again, at least to my knowledge. OMGCon was the very first convention in general that I have had ever been to. I went way back when in high school, so I was a young pop. I went 2 years, only one day each time, and the only reason I stopped going is because they moved from Paducah to Owensboro. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Which was like 4 hours away or something, so it was farther away, so I couldn't get to it. So, I learned about OMGCon in high school, and I was like, wow, I really want to go. So, I had my mom and her boyfriend drop me and a friend off on and it was always on a Sunday, so we went the last day, and it just so there's really nothing going on. All we really did was walk around the con space and the dealer's den. We really only used it as a shopping day. We basically bought stuff in the dealer's den, then went to the gaming room, which was this huge cafeteria type place, which is where they also had the food. So we just kind of sat at tables and then just hung out. It was that kind of con. But I mean, the reason they moved, I think, was because it was growing in size, so that's probably... So, a lot of people didn't go. I remember the first time we walked in, I saw a fursuiter. I unfortunately wasn't able to, talk to them. I didn't get to talk to them, but I was very excited. I was like, oh my god, there's other furries here. There was one other furry there. But I did, meet that fursuiter. I know their suit was a dapple gray mare, a horse. But I ran into them while they were in a Naruto cosplay, and they're and we struck up a conversation. They were friendly. I don't know what has become of them now, though. Yeah. So, back then, I didn't have Vesper. I got Vesper my first year of college, I think. I'll make a video about that a whole other time. But I bought this, very large orange fursuit head on eBay, of all things, because it was $38, or it's $30 or something like that. I got that because I really wanted a fursuit, so I got that. I'll probably put a picture or something up. He was incredibly heavy, impossible to see out of, and I spent the entire con just carrying his head around. That's actually, these paws I bought to go with that suit. And, so the more you know, the history of these paws. Yeah, these are just kind of cheap cosplay paws I bought on eBay also. They're missing pads because, like, the glue came off and then I lost the pads. I don't wear these with Vesper that much. Especially now that I like cut holes in her sleeves so I can have like finger escapes. But these are just when I don't feel like putting on my sleeves. And then like when we were leaving the con, I decided to put the head on. But like I said, he was like impossible to see out of. And my friend wasn't a very good handler back then. She's much better now. She's like the best handler now. But like back then, she let me kind of like trip over a curb and almost fall. And my mom and her boyfriend made fun of me because they saw it. So that happened. That's why I didn't really wear him that much. Like, he was like no vision. Like, it wasn't even like because his eye holes were small. It was because like the material the maker used was far too like dense to see out of. And it was just white. There was no color. So it was like nigh impossible because you really gotta color the back black if you want to see well. Oh God. But yeah, so that was a thing. So like I said, I don't really remember a lot of stuff from back then. I remember, and this is like 2 times, and I can't remember what happened when. But yeah, I still actually have a lot of the stuff that I got back then. Like, I bought this scarf with like these really nice paws attached, and they had like claws, and I still use those like every winter. They're incredibly warm. But I do remember one time me and my friend were sitting down waiting for my mom to come pick us up, and this was the second year, and one of the staff members walked by and they're like, hey, trivia, what was last year's theme? And we remembered, and she's like, okay, you guys can have this manga and a keychain. So we got a manga and a keychain. So that was just a nice little thing that happened. Some of the more interesting things, so I think these both happened the first year. So first time we went, stuff got weird. So I was like standing, I was just kind of standing there with my head on, and as I said, I could not see in this suit. So I was just standing there. I see a vague shape in front of me, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. And it was a guy. He was like right up in my face and like trying to look all around here, and I'm just like apparently he was wearing like a bunch of Domo merchandise, which was like a little character from back in the day. You don't really see much Domo stuff anymore. And I walked back, when he like walked away, and I went to my friend and I was like, what just happened? And she's like, I don't know, that guy was just like all up in your business. And I was like, that was weird. Yeah. To this day, the thought of Domo makes me, It kind of became a joke between me and my friend that Domo was scary. Another thing, My Little Pony was in peak popularity when when I went to this convention. Me and my friend stumbled upon a brony. It was a brony, okay? Well, she did go by like Pegasister, which is like what the female fans sometimes called themselves. So she's like, yeah, I'm a Pegasister. She kind of followed me and my friend around the whole con, showing us this piece of artwork she commissioned of her OC. And then she proceeded to tell us everything about her OC. It was kind of off-putting. She was very, very strong, like in your face type of person. You know, I'm sure she was a lovely person, but she did just kind of like, she did kind of like weird me and my friend out. Because I pulled out my camera to look through the pictures I had taken, and she's instantly like, do you want to take a picture of my OC? And I'm like, okay. So I have a picture of her OC. I won't show it. I won't show it because I don't have any ill will against her. She was just very excitable. Though my friend might have a different opinion on her, I don't know. My friend, this was her first like experience with a brony, and it kind of put her off of the whole thing. She's like, I don't want anything to do with these people. But like I'm just amused by it now. Like the next year I remember seeing her again and I was like, there's that girl. We didn't talk to her though. I don't think she probably even remembered us. So yeah, that's my experience with OMGCon and my first convention ever. It's a shame that they stopped hosting OMGCon, and now, you know, because I would love to go back one day, but what can you do? Move on, I guess. But it was a lovely little convention. I'm so glad I was able to go during high school of all things. I highly recommend going to smaller cons if it's your first time ever. It's just an amazing experience. Well, okay, my balaclava is falling in my face, so I think that's all for now. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!